Welcome to RetroBoxBreaks. This is a channel where we open up baseball card boxes from the 80s and 90s. And this is our series, Chasing Reggie. We are opening 1990 Upper Deck High Series boxes in this series, looking for that signed Reggie Jackson. So this series has morphed a little bit. Based on the cards we're getting, I have a theory going that there's probably not going to be a Reggie Jackson. Not that it wasn't a long shot to start with, but the theory is these were really late boxes, so all the Reggie Jacksons that had already been inserted. These packs, though, do have possibly a no copyright error, which we've seen in 2 or 3 boxes so far. And we've seen a couple of King Griffey Juniors, which is the most exciting card out of that. So definitely an interesting box. So let's jump right into it. See what we get here. The stack of no copyright cards is definitely building. So here's the pack that will tell us, at least thus far, if the first pack has had a no copyright in it, then all of them have. I guess you would think that it's possible that there are, and there's the no copyright. Very cool. Oh God, look at that, right out of the gate. Doesn't get any better than that. Look at that. Very cool. So if this is your first video, there's a copyright line here that on some cards does not exist. And so the King Griffey Jr. is the biggest card that has this potential error, and here it is. And it makes it quite valuable versus the regular card. The regular card, you know, $1 or $2. Probably, if you're lucky, $2. This thing raw on eBay somewhere around $50. This is off center, top to bottom for sure, but graded at 10, you're looking at $1,000 maybe, and a PSA 9, several hundred. So very cool get right out of the gate. Oh, and our first Reggie Jackson, still one of the ones that we keep getting. So duplication in the Reggie Jackson continues. Nothing new there. So probably the question now is, is it possible to get 2 of those Griffies in a box? That's my question. I kind of speculated that the last time. But we did not get 2 in the last box, 2 Griffies in the last box we got a Griffey out of. So Gary Sheffield. So the way this has worked so far is the 2 cards behind the sticker are the ones with the no copyright. What did I do with my other no copyright card? Did I leave it in there? Guess I did. Well, let me dig that out. Oh, there it is. Heck of a image there on that Rick Honeycutt card. Maybe we ought to have a little competition as we're going through the packs here to see who has the best sunglasses, or image with sunglasses on them. They were kind of popular back then. There's a couple of guys with some pretty interesting sunglass photos in here. Bunch of mustaches too. I think by 1990 that was kind of coming off a little bit. There we go. Got our two errors. Robin Yount. You know, let's not forget there's also Sammy Sosa rookie, Larry Walker rookie. Could get a regular King Griffey Jr. Not worth a whole lot, but Juan Gonzalez is in here, his rookie card. It's really sad they printed so many of these. I mean, what would these boxes be worth if they would have printed 10% of what they actually printed? Pretty crazy. I think companies in this space have kind of learned from that experience that you just charge more instead of printing more. You would think, though, what's going on with basketball cards might indicate they haven't learned the lesson. Not that I'm a big basketball card fan. John Franco. Same Reggie Jackson duplication. Out of that 9-card set, I think we still have only gotten like 6 cards. Larry Walker looks like. No, Kevin Gross. Huh. Are there 2 John Francos, or is that an error? Huh. I guess there's 2 John Francos. Interesting. Tony Phillips and Mitch Webster are the 2 no copyright cards. Oh, wow. 2 packs in a row with Kevin Gross on top. What are the odds of that? I wasn't paying attention, but it doesn't look like the rest of the cards are the same. Bo Jackson. There we go. I feel like we haven't seen very many. There's like 3 or 4 different Bo Jacksons in here. This is his American League leader, or American League top vote getter card. Very cool. And then he's got his regular card, and then he's got the team checklist card. Might be something else too that I'm forgetting. Yeah, lots of little fun cards in here to look through. Tell you one thing I did notice recently that I thought was interesting. I was on the BBC website, And I noticed that a lot of their prices have come down. There for a while, if you wanted a 1980 Topps wax pack, it was $250. That's come down to $175. That box has come down from $10,000 to $6,500. The 89 Upper Deck Low Series from a sealed case is down under $1,000 now. So it looks like unopened box prices at least have cooled off a bit, which is good. And if you're holding unopened wax boxes for an investment, I wouldn't be too worried about it. A little bit of, I know the 80 Topps box went on eBay for $10K or more a couple of times, but really, it got pretty crazy pretty quick, so it's not surprising that it pulled back. If the 1980 Topps box ends up selling for $1,000 again, like it did kind of, at least that's what it was about the time I started back into collecting, then maybe it's time to get worried, but I really doubt that. There's too many collectors now. I think the market just got a little ahead of itself, and just my opinion, but I think definitely that all these cards are going to be going probably back to where they were recently and far beyond. 5,000 strikeout Nolan Ryan. Love that card. Very cool. There's the Heroes card, the no number header card of that. We have not seen very many of these rookie checklists. I think maybe a couple across all 5 or 6 boxes we've opened here. Heck, we might be up to, I think we're up to this is box 7, actually. Yeah, but you got to take the baseball card craze right now into perspective. It's a much longer term phenomenon than it was the first time, because this time it's all the people coming back that had the nostalgia from the first time around, but this time they have incomes, and they're in their top earning years, and they're going to be in those top earning years for another decade or 2 or 3. So I think it's going to be a lot, I've said it before, it's going to be a lot like the classic car market, where classic cars went up for a very long time, and they've come off from their highs for sure, but it's because the people who were collecting them have gotten to a point where that generation is starting to die off. So I would say at least these older cards, I think they're going to continue over the longer term to hold their value or increase in value because of that. So got to play the long game. As one YouTuber that I watch says, you gotta what's he say? Stay the course. You gotta learn to stay the course. Sometimes when you have an investment, and if you've bought in stuff over the last year or so in kind of this era of baseball cards, hasn't been good for you for the last couple of months, but that's all right. Over the long term, it'll be good. I don't know about individual cards. I don't follow those as much. For me, the stuff that I buy is mostly boxes. Oh, David Justice. There we go. Getting a lot of Gary Sheffield's with the no copyright. David Justice rookie card. It has been so long since we pulled one of these out. Holy moly. Definitely pulling out a David Justice rookie card again. Not worth much, but still pretty cool pull. Mark McGwire. This Mark McGwire checklist is worth more than that David Justice. Barry Larkin. All right, well, a quarter of the box down. I think we got the big hit rookie for the high series. Obviously, Larry Walker and Sosa are in there for the lower series too. And Steve Sachs. There's Cecil Fielder. Yeah, actually, whenever I saw the lowered price on the 1980 Topps boxes, I was like, oh man, that's great. Maybe I should buy them. No. It's still a lot of money, it turns out. $6,500 is still a lot of money. There we go. There's the guy I keep mentioning. Larry Walker rookie card. Very cool. Now we're just looking for that Sammy Sosa. I'm still kind of hoping to get a error card of Ben McDonald. It's the error is he doesn't have the rookie. Oh, look at that, Mark McGwire. No copyright. That's probably the best one after the Griffey. I think that's only the second one we pulled. Very neat. Neato. All right. I'm going to have to go through those at some point. We've probably gotten just about all of them by now, I would think. Andre Dawson. And yet another one of the same Reggie Jacksons. Lenny Dykstra there on top. So Ken Caminiti early in the pack. I wonder if he's going to be also a error card. We had that once in the last box or the box before. Tim Raines. Domingo Ramos. Pretty cool. Rookie threats. There we go. It's another Larry Walker right there. I don't think anybody cares about that one, though. John Olerud. There you go. He almost hit 400 one year. Come on, Reggie Jackson. This is Ryan Sandberg. Pretty cool. Ah, there we go. Nolan Ryan. Base card, as they would call it these days. Very cool. Rob Deere and Don A's. AAES, I would call it Don A's. There we go. Roger Clemens, team checklist. Brian DuBois, rookie card. Not that I remember that guy. I probably remember the card, but that's about it. Ah, there's Roger Clemens' regular card. I'll go ahead and pull that one out. Why not? Brian Horton and Marty Barrett for our error cards. I feel like this box we're getting some that I don't remember seeing before. Could be that I just don't remember. Oh, there we go. Another Reggie Jackson. Still nothing exciting. I'm going to go, whoa. Take a quick look at these Reggie Jacksons here. See if we got anything above like number 6. No, 4s and 3s. All right. Pretty crazy. We're going to end up going through a whole case of Upper Deck High Series and not get a complete Reggie Jackson Heroes set. I'm a little perturbed about that, to be honest. A little irritated. And then I look at that Griffey over there with no copyright on it. Makes it all okay. All right. Paul O'Neill. There we go for Reds and Yankees fans. Paul O'Neill and Brian Browning. Okay. Chris Hammond. Two more packs in the first half of the box. Chris Hale. Not that I remember that dude, but there he is. Juan Guzman. Definitely remember him. I would always confuse him for who was there another guy with a similar name that was popular back then? Can't remember. Juan Guzman versus Jose Guzman, maybe? Terry Francano? Huh. Interesting name, I guess. There we go. 2-team checklists. Joe Carter. Is that Julio Franco, maybe? Ah, I got that one. There we go. I'm getting better at this. Maybe I'll actually know all of them by the time we get to the end of the second case. Number 4 of 9, big surprise. We've gotten about 50 of those. George Brett. There we go. It's pretty cool. He's one of the bigger names in the no copyright slot. Man, I saw that Mariners and my brain just ticked King Griffey Jr., even though it's obviously not the photo. Ah, Ben McDonald. Here we go. Here's a chance. Nope, it's the right one. I bet that our error was early in the production run. We're halfway through the box, so I decided that these cases are getting a little boring. I mean, we got the no copyrights, but we've seen the Griffey pulled a couple of times already, so we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to break it up in the middle here. I'm going to open up a pack of 1982 Don Russ that I got from the local card store here. Yeah, so Cal Ripken Jr. bust pretty much in this pack. Of course, you can get some Don Russ Diamond Kings that are pretty cool, but really it's Cal Ripken Jr. bust. Let's see what we got here. Tony Perez. Big Red Machine. Oh man, off cut like crazy. Carlton Fisk. There's a off cut on that as well. There's an Alan Trammell error where they missed the last L in his name there. Pete Rose. There we go. Not a horrible pack. We're all off cut. Kirk Gibson. There we go. A lot of good names here. Joe Negro. All right. So good pack. Got Tony Perez. Pete Rose. Heck, that Pete Rose might even be worth a couple of bucks. Even off cut there. Very cool. So Big Red Machine after their days at the Reds, I take it. Assuming that's the same Tony Perez. That I couldn't tell you. I would think it is, but all right, cool. There we go. 1987 or 1982 Don Russ. Shot at a Cal Ripken rookie. Did not hit it. It's all right. Let's get back to the task at hand here. Kevin Boss. Wait. Oh, no, I'm thinking Kevin Moss, M-A-A-S. It's like that doesn't seem right. Phil Bradley, Pat Borders. Oh, there's a John Olerud. That's pretty cool. Definitely used to have a few of those. I would say at this point I'm just hoping to get a Reggie Jackson that's a higher number, and by higher number I mean I think higher than 6 is the highest one that we've gotten so far. I have a feeling that's probably not going to happen in the entire case. That's all right. After these 20 boxes, we'll still have 20 more to open. I know when you hear that, you're just so excited. It's all right. We're not going to go right into them. I'm going to... Dwight Gooden. There we go. That's pretty cool. Dwight Gooden error card. We're going to mix it up, try and get an elite card, and then come back to this. 1991 Don Russ, elite. That'll be exciting. There's like 2 cards in that whole set that are worth money, but it's all good. Fernando Venezuela. I just turned that checklist over the wrong way, didn't I? There we go. There's another Ben McDonald that is not an error. Kevin Batista. Don't remember him from before. Or Dave Parker, honestly, in that slot anyways. There we go, rookie threats. One heck of an image there on that Ben McDonald. Definitely had the makings to be an iconic card, for sure. Julio Franco. Chris Gwynn. Bill Dora and someone else. Who was that? Dave White at Devon White. There we go. Both of our no copyright cards. Who is this? Another Nolan Ryan rookie? No. American League top vote getter. Is that Will Clark? No, Bo Jackson. I should have known that. Should have known that. Got one of those earlier. There we go. Oh, look at that. It's got, almost looks like some foil on it. Print defect for sure. Doesn't feel like... Oh, that's weird. Oh, I know what that is. That's not a print defect. That's the hologram from the card in front of it got stuck to it. That's what that is. That's unfortunate. Takes the value down significantly from about 25 cents to 5 cents maybe. Sandy Alomar Jr. Hubie Brooks and Tony Fernandez are the two this time. Rob Dibble. It's a name I haven't heard of in a while. Gerald Young and Kelly Gruber. Man, getting up this early on the weekend sometimes. Wish I would have stayed in bed, honestly. Oh, I know what the problem is. I did not drink coffee yet. Good old espresso. It tastes horrible, but it has caffeine in it. That is the case, though. It's funny, I talk to people at work and they're like, oh yeah, I like coffee. It's like, no, nobody likes the taste of coffee. Absolutely no one. It's horrendous. You might like the taste of the stuff you put in coffee, but coffee itself tastes horrendous. It's just the truth. All right. Daryl Strawberry and Mike Scott. All right, well, one thing I was thinking about doing, you guys can let me know in the comments if you're interested, is maybe one of these boxes where I open the first pack. If it has the no copyright cards in it. I was thinking about possibly selling the rest of the packs if anybody would be interested in buying them. Obviously, because we know it has the air, they're going to be substantially more expensive than a regular pack. I was thinking like $10 a pack or something like that. Kind of in that range. I don't know how to do the shipping at $10. I don't know if it's worth it at $10. That's the catch, though, right? You know, it's something that's lower dollar value. It's really hard to get a reasonable price on it when you're shipping it, right? Especially if it could have a Griffey in it. You wanna ship it pretty nicely. David Justice. Pull another David Justice rookie out. Why not? Juan Gonzalez, first one of the box. Very cool. You know, I guess maybe if I put it in a bubble mailer and wrapped it in some bubble or something, that'd be sufficient. But still, even then, it's going to be quite a bit to ship it. I don't know. If anybody's interested, let me know in the comments. It might end up being a deal where I gotta buy several packs at a time or something to make it worth it. Bo Jackson, there's his regular card. One heck of a photo there. Definitely remember that. Definitely iconic in my mind. He's got a lot of those. Watched an interview with Jose Canseco last night on the YouTubes. And notice the copyright is at the bottom of this card. And he was talking about his blooper where the ball went off his head to go over the fence. He seemed pretty okay with it. I guess at this point it's just one more thing to make him famous, right? And why not? People are definitely not going to forget it. They'll be playing that blooper for 100 years. Doc Gooden. There we go. Pretty cool. Might have to pull those out, make a whole set of them or something. Daryl Strawberry. There we go. Ramon Martinez. Robin Yount. Man, this has been a pretty good pack. Willie McGee. Kevin Mitchell with the no copyright. Pete O'Brien. Well, the first half of that pack was pretty awesome. Fernando Venezuela. There we go. There's another one. Bunch of good names in there. And that coffee has really turned it around, I gotta say. Just that one sip of espresso gets you going. Chris Sabo. Look at that. I have never seen this before. What the? That's one heck of a miscut right there. Oh, that is... You know what? I'm keeping that. I mean, value $0. Interesting as hell, though. Really neat miscut. Wow. I've never seen a card miscut that bad. Let's get a close-up on that bad boy. I mean, look at that. Got the hanging Chad down there. Then it looks like it took a chunk out at the top. Man. Messed that card up royally. That's neat. Just an oddity. We've gotten a few of those oddities out there in boxes here and there. Guess if you open enough, especially from the 80s and 90s, man, these cards, they did not care about quality control back then. Of course, that's why those PSA 10s are a little bit harder to get. They're a little bit harder. Oh, Don Mattingly, there we go. That's another good no copyright in my mind. He's one of the top tier. Him, George Brett, Mark McGuire, I mean, all top tier guys. I mean, obviously Griffey is going to take the cake on that one, but all good hits. I guess that's the front. All right. I don't know. Maybe after I make the stream today, maybe we'll maybe I'll go through and see if I have a complete set of these errors yet. Dave Parker and Kevin Batista again. Definitely remember that name. These cards are all over the place. Kevin Ritz, Tino Martinez, and yet the same number 3. Whoops. All right, so here we are. We're down to the last 5 or 6 packs here. If you've watched this far along, you're probably thinking, thank God, I'm ready for this thing to be over. It's all right. We're all with you. This is kind of a struggle to get through sometimes, but we're looking for that long shot of a signed Reggie Jackson. I guess we need to keep that in mind. Tommy Glavine, not a rookie card, close. 1988, I believe, is the Tommy Glavine. I think 88 score. That's probably still cheap as dirt. Maybe I gotta see if I can get a hold of a box. Try and get all of the big Braves pitchers that were pitching together there for a while. Him and, let's see, Steve Avery, John Smoltz, Greg Maddux, and I think there was even another one. Used to watch them all the time. I don't know, I need to get back into watching some baseball. The games just take so damn long. Tried to watch the Reds the other day playing, I forget who they were playing yesterday. I think it was yesterday. But, yeah, the game is just so slow anymore. All right, so here we go. Anything exciting? Not on that card. Danny Jackson and Mike Harkey. It's an odd name. Danny Jackson and Mike Harkey. Julio Machado, my bad. Four packs left. We are almost there. Haven't seen a Sammy Sosa yet. Still looking for him. Number 3 of 9. Big surprise. Can't wait to get to the next box. I'm half tempted to break open the other case and do like every other or something like that. Fred McGriff. There we go. Another top tier guy, I would say, on the no copyright error. Probably one of his rarest cards of that era. I wonder how many of these are actually out there. I don't think they're worth it. I mean, most of the cards really aren't worth a ton. Whoops. You know, it could be one of those things where there's a lot more out there than we know, because if this was like the end of the run or a reprint at the end or something, it could be that a lot of these cases were never opened, and really like a lot of the remaining cases or have these errors in them. It's totally possible. So there could be a lot higher volume out there just still sealed up. King Griffey Sr. Bo Jackson. There we go. Look at that. Bo Jackson on the error. Very cool. Got a lot of the good errors in this box. Bo Jackson. I think there was a Don Mattingly. There was a... was there a George Brett in this one? Got some Gary Sheffields. A lot of good stuff. All right. Last 2 packs here. Mike Devereaux. John Kruk. Craig Biggio. And John Franco. Both of those on the error. Julio Franco, John Franco. Julio Franco and Craig Biggio. Very cool. I don't know. Tell me I'm crazy, but Craig Biggio looks a lot like Tom Brady, I think. I don't know, maybe it's just that photo. That is crazy. Got a lot of the top tier guys in that error slot in this box. This was a good box. Jose Offerman, saw him earlier. Here we go, last pack. We're finally at the end. The suffering is about to be over. Of course, if you were suffering, you probably didn't watch to the end. You probably skipped to the end to see all the good stuff that came out. That's all right. Julio Franco and Craig Biggio again in the opposite order. Oh, is that one Hamlin dude? Might be. There we go. Back-to-back packs with John Franco and Craig Biggio. Error cards. Pretty cool. I'll take it. I don't know if it paid for the pack or not, but if you find the right person, it probably would. There's Bob Hamlin. There's a good SB Nation video out there about Bob Hamlin and Bob's in baseball and in sports. If you want to check that out, that was kind of interesting when I saw it. So there we go, another box down. Still no signature for the Reggie Jackson. In fact, we haven't even gotten anything over the 6th card in the 9 card set. Well, 10 with the no number. So there we go, 3s and 4s. Kind of what we would expect based on what we've gotten so far in the case. Of course, tons of copyright errors, including this bad boy, the old Griffey. That's number 3 in the case for those who are counting. This one is definitely off-cut top to bottom. No question about that. But other than that, it's a pretty nice looking card. All right. Well, we'll see you next week. Have a good week.